So what's your plan for today then?
Just assess this lot and then make more lists, really.
The fun part of restoration, huh?
Yeah.
Such a glamorous life you lead.
I know, wonderful, isn't it?
What are you working on, Ash?
The rest of the box of bits that came up for the Mini, because obviously I didn't take it apart, so I just put the carburetors together so I know where all that goes, all the springs go, vacuum line goes on there, don't know where the fuel lines go at the moment, and just go for all the boxes of bits. That holds the spare wheel in as far as I know. That's the fuel line, but it'll be a feed in and the 2 lines to each carburetor, but I'm not sure where it goes underneath on the front. Really don't know, but you'll find pictures of it all. It's just trying to familiarise yourself with it, so when you put it back together it possibly, hopefully won't take as long as I think it's going to. I think that's that bracket which goes onto the bulkhead somewhere, because that bolt's on the engine. That goes on there, that goes on there for your clutch push rod, but where this, so your bulkhead's at the back there, so I'd imagine that bolts to the bulkhead somewhere. Found the bits for the tie bar, that's those, so that goes in there on that bolt, and your tie bar goes back to the bulkhead and sits like that. That's the water pump, that's knackered so it needs a new water pump.
So how's the engine looking? Is it just ready to be put back together?
Yeah, I've got to paint it, get all that tidied up. I've got to put a big order in for all the subframes, and obviously you need carburetor rebuild kits, and so just get a big list of stuff together. Frighten Melvin with the cost, but it's one of those things, I'm afraid. That's your vacuum line that goes to your distributor for your advance and retard, but with a it's got a one-way valve on it. I'm sure you can get those. Voltage regulator. That was made on the 10th of 63, so it's probably the original. Points don't look bad on it, so you probably get away with tidying that up. That's your steering wheel dropper. That goes to the bottom rail of the dash, and your steering column comes down through there. That's a point, I don't think I've got the steering column. That could be a problem. Starter motor looks like it's been rebuilt. That's a good start. They also should have dates on it. 1969. Can't remember if the distributors have a date on them or not, but I can check out that number there. I'll tell you if it's definitely off of a Cooper. Oh yeah, 1063. So that's the same date as the voltage regulator, so that's probably the original part. See if the vacuum works. Yeah, it works alright. So that's one more bit I haven't got to do, it's all done. Put new points in it obviously. Water hoses I get new, they're not worth doing. Throttle pedals alright, that's your pedal box. That bolts to the bulkhead again. That's on the inside of the car. These go on the outside of the car and just bolt down through there. All your brake and clutch lines run from that. They're not worth trying to repair really, so just get new ones. They're the front brake hoses. Why one's got a big nut and the other one a small nut, I've no idea. It's the radiator side engine mount. That will obviously mount on the bulkhead somewhere. That's starter solenoid. It's just research really, because that'll be new, there'll be new, that'll be new. This will all have to be cleaned, carburetor stripped down, rebuild kits. I'll have to repair that later on, it rusted through, but that's quite a rare bit of kit, the tube with a manifold. I don't want to bolt any more onto the engine until I've painted it or put it in the car, or in the subframe at least.
Okay.
Because you don't want to scratch anything putting it back in. So obviously your manifold, your carburetors, not particularly your carburetors, but that manifold you want on, because they're a pig to line up.
So the Mini is going to be back in...
No idea.
Still waiting to be painted?
Yes. Washer jets, shouldered bolts, they're all the grommets out the floor pan. PKs, trim clips, all grommets. That'll be off the back of the oil gauge in the car. No idea where they go. Yeah.
the fun part of restoration, huh?
Yeah,
Such a glamorous life you lead.
I know. Wonderful, isn't it?
Next week on the workshop.
And that's it. If I can find what I've done with a lock nut.
I thought you said love nut.
No, there's not a lot of that going on around here.